This is TY back with another video, and today I wanted to talk about something that I didn't get a chance to talk about. Been extremely busy the last couple of weeks, but there is something I didn't even get a chance to talk about, and it needs to be talked about because this is the shenanigans of Eddie Hearn. But we need to talk about this Conor Benn situation, man. What's going on with Conor Benn? So obviously, last week he was supposed to fight Chris Eubank Jr. in a fight. But then, what was it, last Thursday, comes out, finds out that he has popped dirty for, he got popped, what was it, for clearfine or something like that. So, I think that's what it's called, clearfine or something like that. It's something, but he got popped though. That's all I know. He failed a drug test, and the fight got canceled. And Eddie Hearn was trying to do everything he could to try to, get the fight to stay on. But the British board was like, nah, this fight is officially off. And they also were saying that Conor Benn is facing up to 4 years, being banned from the sport. So this is a bad look for Conor Benn, man. This is a really bad look for him in his career. If you look at the pictures, he looks, jacked and everything like that, compared to what he was before. Now it is kind of odd because it's just kind of like, okay, I didn't, you start seeing him and you like, okay, he just seems like, somebody that's trying to develop. But then all of a sudden, the last, couple of fights here, he's been knocking dudes out, like what he did to Chris Algieri, just knocked him smooth out. So it makes you question, okay, he has to be on something, because there's just ain't no way now all of a sudden he's just some knockout machine, and now, just yesterday, they just said that there was some more PED situations with him. So this is a bad look for Conor Benn, man. This is bad. This is really bad. And then Chris Eubank, they already tried to make Chris Eubank in the fight. I forgot to mention that the fight was scheduled at 157 pounds. So Chris Eubank is moving up 10 pounds. And Nigel Benn is moving up 10 pounds. And then Chris Eubank is coming down from 160 to 157. But then Chris Eubank Jr. also had a rehydration clause that he can only rehydrate up to 10 pounds. So, this is a bad look for Nigel Benn, man. This is a bad look for him, in his career, like I said, because now, he's not going to be able to get the fights that he wants now. There's not going to be no Terrence Crawfords. There's not going to be no Errol Spence's. There's not going to be no Jerron Boots Ennis. There's not going to be any Virgil Ortiz's or anything like that, because now you are considered a drug cheat, and now we don't know if you even going to be clean for the rest of your career, or have you been clean? We don't know. Well, we know that you ain't been clean because you just tested positive, So, but him getting them fights now, that's done. That's over. It's bad. It's a bad look for him. To be honest with you, I've never really cared for him, Conor Benn. I was just like, okay, we'll just have to see how it goes for his, for him in his career. But for this is a bad look for him, because he had a lot of hype that Eddie Hearn was trying to put on him. Like, he's going to be this next big guy. And, he was calling out Keith Thurman and Adrian Broner. And, and it was just like, it was weird that he was calling out Adrian Broner. And it was just like, well, bro, why are you calling out Adrian Broner when you know the situation that's going on with Adrian Broner? He's not in his right state of mind right now to be fighting. So why are you trying to fight him? Now I see why. Because he was trying to do what he did to Chris Algieri was what he was trying to do to Adrian Broner. So, and that's what they was trying to do to him. So that's what they was trying to do. But this is a bad look for Conor Benn, man. A bad look. And there's a lot that needs to be explained that going on with Eddie Hearn. Because now, this isn't the first time that Eddie Hearn has had a fighter that has tested positive for something in their system. You had Dillian White he had tested positive for D-ball. What was that? A couple years ago when he fought Oscar Rivas, and they hid that under the table. And then once that was hidden under the table, they didn't even let Oscar Rivas' team know that he had tested positive. It even changed their gloves also in the fight. And what's funny was in that fight, Rivas knocked Dillian White down. So even with all that in his system and all whatever, he still got knocked down, and he still didn't even knock Oscar Rivas out. So that to me is just crazy. And we never even got a B sample from Dillian White as well as far as his test results. So they hid that under the rug. They moved, what was that, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.'s fight when he tested positive for something. They moved him to Arizona to fight. I think he fought Danny Jacobs. So Eddie Hearn, there got to be there has to be something done about what Eddie Hearn is doing, because what he's doing is not right. He really should be banned from the sport, because it seems like every time when a fighter seems to be popping dirty around in his supervision all the time. So, I just believe that Eddie Hearn, something needs to be done about Eddie Hearn, man. Something needs to be done with him, but I know they're not going to do it, so. But, this is a bad look for Conor Benn, though, at the end of the day. This is a very bad look for him for testing positive for a drug test, because now, you're facing a 4-year ban. And on top of that, nobody's going to want to fight you now because because now you a drug cheat. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about this situation with Conor Benn and Eddie Hearn. And, like the video again. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. Peace.